It's my honor to share this QHHT session that was performed in January of 2023. I find the information insightful, especially for the reason of how it directly related to the client's questions. Not only that, but the higher self of the client related to themes of this lifetime, such as the importance of play, cooperation with one another, and a deep reverence for all living beings, including the wonderful planet we reside on, to not only the client, but to me personally as well. It's my sincere hope that you find value, and at the very least entertainment from this session. Sending love and light to you all.
I'm in the forest.
What is the first thing that you see?
I see tiny little houses, moss. I feel miniature. The trees are huge. They're so big I can't see the tops of them.
Look around and tell me what you see around you.
Not a village, but I'm in a bog that has all little houses. I think it's the fairy houses. They're all tiny, they're all cute. And they're all at the little bottoms of these big, huge trees. They're white and red. And they have red shutters, red roofs, and they're tiny.
Sounds very interesting. Does your body feel male or female?
Feels female.
Young or old?
Young.
Does the body feel healthy?
Yes.
Are you wearing anything on your body?
I'm wearing a red dress.
Any shoes on your feet?
No.
What about head ornaments or jewelry?
Nothing. But I'm wearing a rope around my dress is my belt. It's like a twine.
Do you feel like you're alone, or are there other people around you?
This is the fairy village. They're all around somewhere. They're laughing. They're hiding in their houses. They play games.
Is this where you spend most of your time, where you live?
Yes, because I have wings. So yeah, I think this is my fairy village.
What do your wings look like?
They are luminescent and light. They move quickly, and they flutter as we use them. They have a little sound to them. You can hear when the fairies are coming. There's a very soft propulsion noise of our wings because they go so fast.
In any ways, is that similar to hummingbirds' wings?
Yes, that's a good comparison. Yeah, they almost sound like hummingbirds.
So now we will go to where you spend most of your time and where you live. Do you live in this specific village?
Feels like it. I'm known there. Yep.
Known by everyone in the village?
Yes, all fairies.
Is this where all of the fairies live?
Yes, there seems to be quite a lot of us, and we just have our little houses for protection when we do sleep.
Let's go to where you sleep now. Are you able to describe your little house for me?
It's like when you there are doors but no doors covering, and there are windows but there's no glass. And when you go inside, it's just all like a velvet pillow. And we just rest on the velvet pillow. Nothing else. It's very comfortable and cozy, and it's tiny. And it's safe. And we just go there to sleep and rest.
So this is your resting place.
Yes.
No washrooms, no kitchens.
We don't eat, we don't. We're just vibrant resonance of light and frequency. So we don't do these things. We don't eat and make food and have kitchens. We just seem to live off of energy.
Does anybody else sleep in this specific hut with you, or is this just your individual hut?
Seems like it's just mine.
How do you know about the process of eating physical food? Do you see other beings doing so?
I don't see food. I don't see food. I don't see the regular things that like humans use. I don't see that is something that we need. I think we just live off of the frequency of love. These things are not required. We just seem to dance in the light and fly around. And we are always helping. I think we're like tiny angels. Because our mission is to help where we can.
I see. That's beautiful.
We
It's a
bring
beautiful
messages.
thing. You bring messages.
Yeah.
Who do you bring the messages to?
We bring messages to the humans, to the animals. We help with the nature. We are connected to Source. We help Source with nature. We help with the change of the seasons, and we help the animals find what they need. So we do many different things for the nature, it feels. Sometimes we bring messages to humans, but I think our work seems to be in the forest. We do our work in the forest. We help organize and keep the forest running for God, for Source. We're the workers of the forest.
So these things for helping nature, animals, humans, you would say that this is your work?
Yes.
Would you say all of your fairy comrades have this specific type of work, or does it change?
We work as a collective, and we seem to do different things based on the messages that we receive. So we do a lot of work with the changing of the seasons, and we help with flowers and seeds. I see us helping seeds. So we are always working with the forest. That seems to be our main job.
How do you know that a change of season is approaching?
We get we feel it in everything. The temperature, the humidity, everything changes. We know immediately when the new seasons or a change of season is coming. Well, everything starts to slightly move differently. Things can, depending on the season, things can slow down or things can speed up. So in time of when when we are going into winter season, we feel things slow down.
Beautiful. Is there anything in that scene that we haven't discussed that you would like to mention or tell me about?
Yes, I see we're all girl fairies, and they are sitting on the log, they're laughing. They think this is very funny.
By this, what do you mean?
That we are talking in this way.
They find it comical.
Yes. But they are happy. They are happy that we have come and we are talking to them, but they think we are very funny. How
do they perceive what is happening?
They see myself. They see me sleeping. They are referring to me like Sleeping Beauty. So they see me sleeping, and I think they hear me talking, but they don't understand who I'm talking to. They know there is someone there, but they are not sure where exactly the transmission is coming from. But they will find it. I don't know. They're curious. They think it's funny. They like this. They like that someone comes to give them messages, because they are always spreading the messages themselves. So I think they are laughing in good. It's good that they're happy. They're happy that we are coming here to talk to them.
Beautiful. Now let's leave that scene and let's move forward to an important day. A day that you consider to be important when something is happening. We have now moved forward to an important day. What is happening? What do you see?
So I am in the forest and I am spreading seeds that are all, it's all light. All the seeds are luminous. And I and all my other fairies, we are spreading all the seeds on the forest floor. And we are spreading them all over the place, and we're having fun. We're enjoying ourselves. We like doing this. And we're just flying all over, spreading seeds. We're preparing for the new season. We're preparing for new growth.
Where did you get these seeds from?
I think they were sent to us from... that's a good question. I think they come to us from... There is some type of source. For some reason I'm seeing gnomes bring us sacks of seeds. And they leave them for us to spread. They're grumpy, the gnomes.
Would you consider your interactions with the gnomes harmonious?
Yes, they don't talk much. They just sort of waddle and drop their bags of seeds. They leave sacks of seeds. And they come in pairs, and sometimes 2 and 3. And they drop the sacks. And they don't say much to us, and then they leave, and we pick up we know all the seeds are in the sacks, and then they move on. So we work in harmony, but we don't say much to each other. They're grumpy. We are too fun for them.
Is there just one type of seed, or is there several?
I think there is a melange of different seeds in these sacks. Flowers and trees and all types of things. We are not planting one thing, we are planting multitudes of things. I think they're telling me in one sack you can have as many as hundreds of different species. I see mushrooms and all kinds of things that we plant. We're spreading life. We're spreading things on the forest floor. Some come to life, some don't. Some are eaten, some die, some live. So we plant many seeds.
how do you choose where to plant them?
We don't. We just, somehow when we pick up the seeds, they become luminous. They are light. They're all beautiful white light. And we just pick them up and we fly around and we spread them around.
Do you see them growing in that day that you plant them, or does it take a long time for them?
It takes a long time. We don't see them growing for a long time. Sometimes we don't see them grow at all because we are always moving.
By moving, you mean changing locations?
Yeah, we are always moving, changing. We fly a lot, so we don't need to stay in one place all the time. We like to move and change based on how the forest change, how we feel in the forest. So when we feel like we want to move, if we are cold or if it is damp or something we don't like, we just move. We just fly away. We go to another spot. We're very nomadic. We don't seem to like to stay in a same place all the time, but we do like our little miniature houses because we need protection. In order for us to rest, we must have protection.
Why do you feel that you must be protected while you rest?
Well, the forest is a very, I want to say dog world. There's lots of things eating and grazing and moving, and we can get eaten. We can get stepped on. There's so many things that we have to protect ourselves from. I mean, we are fast. We have wings and we are very fast, so it's very hard for us to get eaten or taken out. We live a long time, but we must be careful. We must honor and respect the forest because the forest is more powerful than we could ever be. And we all understand the creatures in the forest, that we must respect the forest and the laws of the forest. And if we respect these laws and understand our place, we can live a very long time, a very good life.
Would you say that there are any other prominent figures in the process of sowing these seeds?
No, I just see us as, there are many of us and we do this, and we seem to just, we seem to have a hive mind. We don't need instructions or rules amongst us. We just are very happy to do our work. We know our work. We know our focus. And we know that at this moment our work is to spread the seeds and help the forest continue to grow and go through the cycles that it must grow into.
Do you find that there's just an inner knowing with what needs to be done, an intuition, an inner wisdom?
Yes. Yeah.
I see. Would you say that all fairies are female, as you would say?
Feels like it. Can't see any. We're all female. There must be males somewhere, but I don't see any males. We're all female.
Very interesting. Is there anything else that you would like to say about this specific scene?
No, we're good.
Okay, now let's leave that scene and let's move forward to another important day. A day that you consider to be important. We have now moved forward to another important day. What do you see and what is happening?
There are many of us again, and we're just sitting on a log watching the sun set down over the lake. And it's a beautiful sight. And we're watching the twilight. And we're just enjoying the sun going down. We like the nighttime. We like the dusk and the night because we feel the power of our luminescence at night. So we like to watch the sun go down. It feels like we have work to do after the sun goes down. So we're taking a break. We're enjoying ourselves.
Taking a break, watching the sunset.
Yeah.
Do you find that there is anything special about the sun, or is that the sun just another part of nature, of creation?
It's very orange. It's very orange. There's lots of red. No, there's nothing unusual. It just feels like we love watching the sun go down. But no, there's nothing unusual.
So after you guys watch the sunset, what do you do afterwards?
It feels like we have a job. We have another job. And we do a lot of work at night, apparently. We have fun at night. I see us zooming through the forest. We're all carrying things, baskets. I don't know, baskets. I don't know where we're going, but we're flying through the forest. We're carrying baskets. I think those baskets seem empty, so we may be going to get something. But there's many of us, and we all have these baskets, and we're having fun. We like flying through the forest. It's a lot of fun, especially at night, because our luminescence, we have a beautiful glow, so it makes traveling quite fun, and we can follow each other's glow.
Are your wings the only part of you that is bioluminescent?
All of us, our bodies, everything. We're like almost like fireflies, but we have little human bodies, just like Tinkerbell in Disneyland. They got that one right. We're just like that. We have human bodies and beautiful wings that carry us where we want to go, and we are illuminated all over. And we have incredible energy. We can fly to great heights, we can fly great distances, but we seem to we're always very busy, always doing something. We never sit for long.
Where do you think this abundance of energy comes from?
I think because we come directly from Source. We've been put here to help Source and Gaia. Gaia is really our first sound of command, if we want to say. Our first inclinations of our instinct comes from Gaia, but we feel that yes, we are a part of Source. We are a part of the nature. We are a part of the workings of Gaia and the planet, and we love what we do. We love this. We love these forests and the creatures, and we laugh at many of the creatures are silly. We shouldn't tell you, but we think they're stupid. A lot of them. The squirrels, they're so dumb. They collect all these nuts and they like put them all over the place, and then they don't know where they put them. And we laugh all the time because we know where all of those nuts are. So sometimes they ask us like, where are the nuts, and we like to play games with them. But we're very loving, so we'll take nuts sometimes and we'll put them on their path so that they find them. But yes, many of the creatures are actually quite funny. They're very simple. We are very complex little creatures as compared to some of the creatures that are in the forest. But we have very good relationships with everyone, and we try to ensure that everyone is happy and that everyone gets what they need. And we help Gaia with all these things. We make sure that the moss grows, and the mushrooms grow, and the insects happen, and the bacteria flourishes. We make sure we help nature ensure that she grows and flows the way that Source intended it to.
What would you say is your favorite earthly creature to communicate with, other than squirrels and other fairies?
I personally love the birds. So we really love the cardinals. They are incredibly sacred and very intelligent birds. We like them a lot. They come with messages and they're very helpful to us. We really like the cardinals. They often come in pairs. Unlike us, they seem to always be, male and females are always together. Where you see one, you will always see the other. If you see a male, you will always see we'll call it his wife. You'll always see his wife close. And they're always together. We like this. They come, they bring messages. They're very sacred. They are very connected to Earth and Gaia, and they run their missions as well.
What messages do they bring you?
They often help us with where things are, because they eat a lot from the trees and the seeds. They will come and let us know where things need help, where seeds are lacking, or where certain things may not be growing, or if there is some issue within the forest, they will come and tell us, and they will give us coordinates. And often they like to fly with us sometimes, and they will bring us to the places that need our attention.
Awesome. You're doing beautifully. So, when you reach your destination with these baskets, with your fellow fairies, what do you do when you arrive there? What are you gathering?
It looks like we're gathering little berries. So we're all filling our baskets with berries. I think we're going to eat these berries. Yeah, looks like we are going to eat these berries. So I guess we do eat occasionally. We should. We're creatures of this earth, and it would be nice to taste the berries. Yeah, we're gathering the berries and we're going to take them back and eat them. This is a special treat. We don't always do this.
So more as a special treat, more for pleasure than necessity.
Yes, of course. Yes, it is not often that we intake food, as humans call it, but once in a while we have a special treat. It feels like there is information in the berries. That's why we're eating the berries. Data downloads. This is going to be we are going to get information from the berries. And I think what's interesting is they're saying to me that by eating these berries, this will help us, again, get information about the forest. The berries give us information.
What do these berries look like?
They are like big watermelons, they're like deep purple. They're almost like blueberry, but they're big compared to us. Like for me, it feels almost like not a watermelon, but like a cantaloupe. And they're deep, rich, dark purple.
Are they really tasty?
Yeah, they're really good. You don't need much of them though. You wouldn't want to eat a whole one. So what we don't, it looks like most of us, we take a few bites and then we drop them on the floor. And that's okay, because we know that we got lots of animals that will come and eat them.
So there's no waste.
There's never waste. Nothing lasts for long on the forest floor.
What kind of information do you receive after eating these berries?
We are getting coordinates, data information about the temperature, humidity, growth statistics of the forest. Again, this is information that we require to ensure that the work we do is done correctly.
Do you know what would happen if this work was done incorrectly?
Because we receive all the information, never feels like we do anything incorrectly. However, if something is done ahead or behind the time that it is required, the forest always corrects itself. One can never make a mistake in the forest.
It's almost a self-correcting mechanism.
Correct.
Is there anything else you would like to tell me about these berries, about this specific day?
No, looks like we're all taking a nap. These berries are pretty potent. And I think us taking a nap is part of how we receive the information. Somebody said to me we get it in our dreams.
Okay, now let's leave that scene and let's move forward to another important day. Tell me what you see and what is happening around you.
I don't know, we're all very happy. We're all holding hands, dancing in circles. Oh, spring. Spring, we're really happy spring is coming. Really happy, we love the spring. So we are dancing and happy because we smell the sweetness in the air. We're starting to feel the flowers budding and opening. We really love this time.
What about this specific time do you love the most?
The sweetness, seeing the green come through the brownness. Things are starting to turn green and the humidity changes and we start to see life. We see life coming through. It's very exciting. It's abundance. It's also a time of abundance. So there's lots of food for the creatures, and we don't have to work quite as hard, it feels, at this time. We have a little more playtime in the spring.
A little more time to enjoy and find pleasure and have fun and play.
Yes. Yeah.
And tinker with the squirrels a little bit.
Yeah.
I see. Other than dancing and singing, is there any other ways that you celebrate the springtime?
No, not really. We just like to, we're having fun. We have a lot of fun. And soon we'll be resting out in flowers, and so our houses, our protection will change. I think this is the other thing we really like, is that we go have different places where we can rest, and we really like these places. We see that, like, we like to rest in flowers and different places. Everybody is happy. The whole forest is happy. Everybody loves the spring. It's like the very joyous time. We've all been sleeping and hibernating and resting and dormant, and now we are all coming out. We never rest, but many of the animals and the flowers and everybody, the trees and the leaves, they all rest. So we're happy to see everybody again. It's like we've come back from, it's like you've come back from summer vacation and we're all starting to see each other again.
So depending on the season and the environment where you decide to take rest changes, and you constantly adapt to your changing environment.
Constantly. You cannot survive without change. You're always changing. We're always moving. We must. If we stop, we will die.
Do you still see no males around, or are there male fairies now?
No males.
Where do you think they are?
I don't know. Maybe they come out at certain times. Well, it doesn't look like we need them. So maybe we meet with them at certain times throughout the year. Maybe that's why we're dancing, because soon we'll see the males. Reproduction time.
So that is the only specific time when there's reproduction and babies born.
Feels like it. Feels like we're very much like animals or birds, or where we have specific moments with males. We don't need them. We need them for reproduction. However, I do sense there are moments when we are with them, but the work seems to be centered with the females. My work, anyways.
Do you believe that the males have different work to do?
Yes.
How is their work different?
They seem to have different jobs than us. I'm not really sure what they do, but my sense is that they do different things from the girl fairies. Different jobs. They seem to work more with trees. Our work is more to do with the flowers and the ground of the forest and the plants and the moss and I think our job is harder than theirs. But the trees require lots of work as well, so I shouldn't say that our work is more than theirs. But our work is very complex. We deal with multiple species. And whereas it seems the males deal a lot with the trees, and the trees are very complex as well. They are the special beings of Mother Gaia. They carry much information, and they are very wise. They're very old. They are great beings. They're highly respected by us.
Wow, that's very good information. Do you happen to work with mushrooms and fungi?
Yeah, I see them. Yeah, we do. The mushrooms and the fungi they're very important because they have their own world. They have their own dimension underneath the forest floor. So they are constantly in energy and communicating and moving, and they talk to the trees, they go back and forth. So this is a whole system. It's interesting because we are all working together as a collective with a hive mind, with the intention that our purpose is to consistently deliver nutrients that one requires within the forest. So the fungi is delivering whatever the trees need. They can deliver it to them under the soil. And the fairies, we deliver what the fungi need. So we seem to be feeding the fungi feed the trees. So we are all in this interconnected system that works with kindness and generosity, and our jobs are to provide nutrients to a collective that helps another collective. So we were constantly feeding each other, generating each other, and never questioning why we do what we do, but knowing that the work that we do is for the good of the collective, that it is for the good of our existence, for our world that we all love and that we all clearly enjoy. And we do this in order to sustain this beautiful world that we have, planet that we exist on. There is no questioning of what we do. There is no complaining. There is no whining. There is no war. There is simply helping the next part that we nurture into delivering the nutrients to the next line.
So you understand that everything is connected and the importance of giving and helping other beings and entities to thrive. Are you aware of any specific beings that help fairies?
We have these gnomes. They're the grumpy ones. They just seem to, they're about seeds, the gnomes. They seem to always be moving seeds. They're moving nutrients. So they always seem to be dropping things off to us that we're spreading around. So I don't really know much about them. They don't talk much. They're always grumpy. They play games sometimes. They can be fun. They can be humorous. Because we like to play games with them. So we get them upset. We're always laughing. And they're always like, they're funny. We think they're fun. We think they're dumb like the squirrels. But we respect them. We respect everybody, although we think some are smarter than others. But we like to laugh. We have fun at their expense. Yeah, there's a lot of things. We got elves, we've got gnomes, we've got fairies, we've got our good pal, the dragons. We have many, many, many creatures work together to, we work hand in hand with Mother Gaia. We are here for Mother Gaia. We are here to assist her with her work. There are many elementals. Many of us do many things. We have elementals that are in the forest, in the waters, in the rivers, in the air. There are so many of us. We all have a job. We all work interconnectedly to ensure that Mother Gaia moves and changes and grows constantly, dying, regenerating. We are all a part of these cycles, and we all have jobs to assist Mother Gaia in the cycles.
All in the spirit of cooperation.
Collective, hive mind. Not much communication. We all communicate through telepathy, and strangely enough, not much communication is required because we are happy. We are in harmony. We are aware of each other's jobs and tasks and reasons why we are here. We all are very clear as to why we are here and our position and our mission. So don't need to communicate much because we know what the gnomes do. We know what the fireflies do. We know what the bees do. We know what the birds do. Everybody knows what everybody is doing. So we work harmoniously together because our mission is to consistently assist Mother Gaia. And we know that we are all here in spirit, from spirit, and we respect that. There is no questions about that. There never needs to be. We know from the minute we are here why we are here. Our missions are very, very clear. Unlike you humans, that have such a difficult time trying to figure this stuff out, we know immediately.
Do you live in close proximity to humans?
No, where I am now there are no humans. We don't even see them. We know that they are there, but we are fortunate enough that we are deep enough in the forest that we don't have to deal with them. We don't, once in a while we take to some of them, but more often than not, we don't really interact with them. We like to help them, and when they call us or we feel their energy or connection, we definitely enjoy being with them. But those are select few. We prefer not to live in their proximity.
Why do you choose to interact with certain humans and not others?
This is funny. Many of them stink. We don't like the way they smell. We don't like their frequency. And when we choose to interact, it's because we're on the same frequency. So we can communicate because they're on our frequency, or they have luminosity the way that we do. So when we choose to communicate with them, it's because we can share common luminosity and frequency.
I see. Wow, very interesting. So you're interacting with humans based on the resonance of your frequencies.
Yes.
Is there anything else important about that scene that you wish to discuss?
No, I think we're good.
Now leave that scene and move forward to the last day in the life we're looking at. You could watch it as an observer if you want to. We've gone forward to the last day of your life and this lifetime we are watching. What is happening? What do you see?
I'm just pure energy. Beautiful crystals of pure energy. And the energy goes back to Source. So Source will tell me my next mission.
Was there any specific trigger that initiated this change of form?
Not that I can see. But there is no sadness. Perhaps it was just time.
It was just the right time.
Yeah.
And do you stay in Source energy for extended periods of time, or?
Yes, we stay in Source energy until our next calling. So we basically go to Source. We rest until we get the next call. And sometimes we come sooner, sometimes we come later, but the fairies love what they do, so they often come back quickly. But sometimes we go to other planets, other forests, other places, other missions. There is much life to spread throughout the galaxy and the universe. My feeling is that the fairies are the spreaders of life. They help generate the life. So we could be called to other planets to spread that life. And we think that basically life on other planets is very similar to Earth. The planets that thrive and survive and flourish, they're very much like Earth.
Do you sense anybody else there with you?
No, well, I sense the collective. I know Source is here. There's no pain. There's no resistance. It's just like, okay, I go, I take a nice sleep, I relax, and they'll wake me up when they're ready for the next one.
So almost like a peaceful sleep, a peaceful rest.
Yeah.